We live.
Let's go. Overly Blessed Wednesday.
Overly Blessed Wednesday with overly blessed CEO himself, bro.
You know it.
Tay, he locked in right now doing some other stuff. So we'll get him on the podcast. But we got overly blessed CEO in the building.
Yes. Feel me. Thank you for having me. Hope everybody out there overly blessed because I'm overly blessed. My boy overly blessed. And we finna get it going.
No cap. So off the rip, just tell him your actual name, bro. And tell him, you know what I'm saying, what position you play, what year and stuff like that.
My name Jalen Wester from Palmetto, Florida. I play linebacker and safety. And yeah.
Did your dad play defense?
Yeah. My daddy played offense and defense.
He played offense and defense?
Cornerback and receiver.
So what made you want to play linebacker?
I'm not gonna lie. When growing up, I always wanted to be a quarterback and be Cam Newton.
You want to be Cam?
Yeah.
What you mean, like the capris that he be wearing?
Everything.
And the hats?
Like I used to be one of them kids where like I would wear his shoes, the Superman cape socks,
Yeah.
the jersey with the hat.
No cap. You thought you was Cam back in the day.
But as I kept going on, like when we'll be at Boys and Girls Club playing throw 'em up, bust 'em up, and I'll be being too physical.
Yeah.
And my coaches always told me, boy, you gonna be on you gonna be a defensive player. I didn't want to believe it, but look at me now.
Nah, for real. Overly defensive player, overly striking. They also want to know, well, we can stay on the topic because y'all asked a lot of questions on Instagram. We're going to get into those Instagram, YouTube, and everything like that. But let's start at the beginning, right? You just mentioned back in the Boys and Girls Club, but before that you said Florida. So how is it even playing football in Florida, in your opinion?
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like, in my opinion, Florida football is overly different. You feel me? Like, you flag competitive. From the start of football, it's competitive all the way into where we at right now. It's gonna always be that competitive tension in Florida, and that's what I think we bring. We might not be the biggest all the time, but we gonna bring that dog. And you feel me? I feel like a lot of players from Florida, we got that dog in us, and we gonna overly bring it every time we step on that grid.
Yeah, y'all call it a grid, right?
Yeah.
What's some like slang that you can put my people up on?
You feel me?
Get in that grid.
Jet grid. You feel me? That feel. You feel me?
What's flagging? Y'all be saying that a lot.
Like,
I know what
capping.
flagging is, but that's capping.
Just stop flagging.
What's some other stuff y'all be
You feel
doing?
me? You shout out. You feel me? Merch.
Yeah,
Like,
that's some new stuff that
like
they're
stamp
saying.
it. You feel me? If it's for sure, then merch it.
Merch it?
Yeah.
Okay, vet. So the overly, how'd you come up with that? Obviously, they want to know that. I'll give that to y'all early. Y'all got to still watch the rest of the podcast. But I know y'all want to know how you came up with the overly, bro.
Yeah, so, like, since a kid, like, I always overly did everything I did. Like, whatever I was doing, I overly did it. Like, if I'm on the field, I'm going to overly do it. If I'm going to make you laugh, I'm going to overly do it, you know? But what really, like, started making me say, like, overly blessed is, like, my going into my sophomore year, I had got in a really bad accident coming back, and it was around this time in fall camp. I was by myself. I got in an accident that was life-threatening, and like it was nobody around. You feel me? But God brought me out of it, and you feel me? So after that moment, when you realize like it's a situation where nobody could bring you out but God, you just realize how overly blessed you is. Like, you feel me? Like, it's not just a regular blessing. Like, you overly blessed because you could have been dead.
Yeah.
You could have been dead and gone, but God got you on the earth for a purpose.
Yes, sir.
I feel like that's when you know, like, your purpose not done yet. Like, your journey not done. And that's what I realized after I went through that incident. You feel me? That I got a bigger purpose than playing football, than being Jalen Wester. It's bigger than me, And that's why I just feel like this statement, overly blessed, that's why I carry it so hard. And, I drive it everywhere I go, you feel me? And anybody that I meet, like, you overly blessed, like, because you never know. Like, it's some people that's out there that don't get the stuff that we get to do the stuff that we do. And so that's why I just be like, I'm overly blessed because I am.
Yeah,
it's bigger than me.
For sure.
Yes,
where do you get that type of mindset? I think I seen on your story. What is your dad in the church? He's heavily involved in the church.
Yeah, so my dad been a youth pastor for a couple of years now, and he just lead us the right way on and off the field. And growing up in like the environment that we was around, like we was blessed to have those good parents, you know, that keep us on the right track when we finna slip off. You know, we
Yeah.
never get too far from God, and I think that's the main thing that helped us with our success is we never get too far from God.
Mm-hmm.
We never get too big from God, and even those times where you feel like, oh, I'm doing it, I'm popping it. You feel me? We gotta reel it back in. Like God find a way to
Nah, for sure.
okay, like reel
Just
it back
some
in.
humility, you feel me?
Yeah, reel it back in. You ain't do this by yourself.
No
You
cap.
feel me? Realize who really got you here, and you feel me? I feel like that's the top peak of my success is not getting too far away from God.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad I know your parents watching this. Like, nah,
Right.
he remembers all them things I used to tell him back in the day.
Hey, we didn't used to want to hear, but you feel me? After you cool down, you feel all of it sink in, and then you feel me? You apply it to your daily life, and it's helping us become the man that we are today.
It definitely is. I seen it was like a segment on Instagram, like some with the Buffs. Snelson came up with it. Great idea, greatly executed. Shout out to Snelson. But your episode, bro, you started off the episode singing a song. People want to know what inspired you to sing that song.
It's just like
What song was that? First off,
it's Kurt Franklin.
What song was that?
Kurt Franklin. Damn.
And they also want to know who's who's your favorite gospel artist, and then like what's your top 3 songs?
Okay, that song that I was singing was "I'm Going Through the Fire" by Kurt Franklin.
Yeah.
And you feel me?
Through the fire.
And you gotta really like that came to me because you gotta really hear what he's saying in that song. Like he overly did it with that
Yeah,
song.
he
Like,
was snapping.
you feel me? I feel it in my spirit because like when you been through the fire, like you gotta really know,
Yeah,
like I'm not
yeah,
tripping. Like my boy said, like I'm not tripping. Like
Yeah, they
I'm
thought
really
I was
overly
tripping.
blessed. Like I thought I was tripping, but I really came through the fire. You
Nah,
feel
for
me?
real.
So that's why it came to my mind, bro. And I feel like it's people out there that needed to hear that. You know, I know it was like jokes.
I needed to hear that.
Yeah, I know it was like jokes and stuff, but I know it's people out there that like need to hear like motivational stuff like that.
Yeah, I like that, bro. People was wondering when they seen that song. Obviously, they know kind of a little bit about your family dynamic. They also want to know, back in the days when y'all was with your parents going to church, what type of kid were you and what type of kid was your brother? And you got multiple siblings, so what's like the dynamic? How many kids? Like how many siblings do you got?
It's 3 of us.
So Tay's older than you?
Yeah, I'm the youngest.
You the youngest one?
Yeah, so we all 2 years apart. It's 3 of us. Of course, you know we got our little cousin Dylan Wester, but we treat him like a brother. So
Yeah,
it's really
yeah.
like 4.
Okay, but
You feel me? But yeah, it's really 3 of us from my dad. And I say growing up, our personalities was different. I was like the hard-headed one.
did they get mad at you a lot?
Yeah.
Since you the youngest brother?
Yeah,
you got them in trouble for everything?
They used to try to keep me out. You know how older brothers be. I used to aggravate them. They try to kick me out of the room and stuff.
Bro,
like
get
that.
away from us, bro. Like, I really don't like you, fam.
Well, they make me cry. I'm crying loud. I'm doing all that, but like it's just a good bond, you know. I'm thankful for them boys. I really love them boys for sure.
What made you and your brother to get closer? I don't know, because like I have sisters and I have brothers too, and I can honestly say it's not no favoritism, but everybody's relationship isn't the same. You know, sometimes you don't get close until later on in life.
Yeah.
So the way we see y'all interact now, is that different from how it's always been? Has it matured into this, or was it kind of always how it is now when we see y'all interact with each other?
I think it matured more to how it is now, because you know we were different ages and he'll be with his friends, but like I said, I always looked up to him. Like I always looked up to my oldest brother, whether it was football or off the field. I looked at how they move. Like I always wanted to be with them boys. If they went out, like I asked my mama, like, "Ma, can I be with them?" Like she'll say no because I was too young. So it was like always that thing. But as we grew up, we started to be able to hang more, and you know that bond just got more tighter as we got to the next level in football. And you know, we went through adversity, like those adversities that we faced without our parents, where we was away from home, like that built up like grew our bond closer. When we went through adversity, when it was nothing but us, we had to keep each other up, whether it was on the field or off the field. no matter how we was feeling, that bond grew because he was there for me and I was there for him.
With the season right around the corner, Boulder, Colorado is about to be the busiest city in the nation. Why not make your stay a little less stressful and more luxurious with a personal driver? I stay less than a mile from the school, and I can personally say Ubering on game day is the worst experience ever. Ease your mind and ride in style with Denver Exotic Rental Cars. Not only do they have exotic cars for rent, they also have a black car service if you want to feel luxurious and presidential on game day. I'm talking to and from the airport, to the stadium, to the hotel, and wherever else you want to go after we win. Just tell them Darius sent you and they'll get you right.
You said through those times you grew closer to your own brother. So it's like, I know there's times where in the situations that nobody knows about, but it's like, if it wasn't for my brother, bro, I don't even know how I would have got out of that.
To be honest, I say coming off of my freshman year, winning all conference and being first team and getting in that accident and then having to restart like all over again with a new coaching staff and being at the bottom of the depth chart and then coming into the season not playing like 3 games straight. And, you know, it kind of get hard to go to your parents sometime and, you feel me, I get down on myself because, you know, everybody want to be great. Everybody want to be on that field. Like, that's the main thing. Like, you feel me, we ain't doing this for sure. Like, we actually want to be on the field when you love the game. And he was always there in my ear every day after practice, coming to watch film with me. And just being that brother off the field, like, not everything about football, like making sure my mental is straight, making sure I'm still in it, making sure I'm still doing what I need to do so when my time comes,
you're going to be straight, yeah.
And that's what happened. When my time came, I was ready for it because I had a good team.
How were y'all in high school? Did y'all get to play together too, or was college the first time?
Yes, sir.
So high school, y'all played together. How was that? Y'all
That
freshman year played together?
So my freshman year, I actually got moved up to varsity when we got to the playoffs, and I got to play with my oldest brother and him.
So yeah, that's live.
And I made a big play on
you
special
was
teams.
Turned. I know you
I
was
made a big play on special teams, but we unfortunately ended up losing. So I got to at least play one game with my oldest brother and Tay. And so that was a great feeling. But then after that, me and Tay just hit the ground running. And I feel like that's also why our bond got tighter because we had more years together. So and once we got together in high school, that duo just kept going up. It just kept going up and up. And then we eventually got to get our oldest brother to come to FAU. And it was right back to all 3 of us. So it's been a blessing, man. This journey been a blessing. I can't lie.
They want to know also about your recruitment, right? So you're talking about the good times and the success that you achieved in high school with your brothers and then translating that to college. But how was that transition from just being a kid playing to being an elite player? Like, when did y'all both know, like, oh, we can both go D1, fam?
I think I knew I can go D1 my sophomore year. We got I got thrown in there. We was playing Tallahassee Lincoln. Shout out to JB. We was playing Tallahassee Lincoln. They put me out there. It was a big game. They was ranked. And, you know, I got out there making plays. And, you know, even though I didn't start that game, I seized my opportunity. And that's when I know I can play D1 because at this level, you got to be able to go through adversity, but when it's your time, be ready. And once I knew I can accomplish that, my stock just shot up.
Yeah.
From there, you know, and I gained confidence every day, put in that work when nobody wasn't watching. And I think those was the times where we knew we was the ones, you know, because while everybody else was doing this or partying, our mama be like, nah, y'all in. Y'all got work to do. You feel me? God got a plan for y'all. We'll be out there 11 o'clock at night, just us 3 and our daddy. He fresh off work. We'll get out there. We'll run a couple drills. Like, he'll make time to get out there, throw the ball with us, race us, like, whatever. Like, we just kept, like, we stayed around the game of football no matter what. And you feel me? And I think that's what separate us and have us built for hard times. When it get hard in football, that's why I think we succeed.
I feel like that football really was like a reflection of your life. Like, you going through hardships in football. It's nothing new. You already seen it in life.
Yeah, for sure.
And you already built for it. Like, you preparing and practicing, like, it's going to get hard. You feel me? It's not all going to be easy. So you said your sophomore year, that's when you feel like, okay, my time is coming. I'm really finna go and be turned and be out of here, right? At the same time that's happening for you, I know your brother's not here, but when did you see him become like somebody in your eyes that was like, oh no, bro's elite. He's not just like one of the receivers on the team. Like, my brother's really like that because he's seeing that happen for you.
I seen Tay become an elite player and knew he was gonna be D1 as a kid. He was overly like that.
Okay, yeah.
And
He would just been like that.
and the people watching, they know it.
Yeah.
Like, he that man.
Yeah.
Like that's how I looked at him always. He was that man. Like, Tay always had a gift in this game of football. Like, he made me want to play this even more. Like,
Yeah.
like watching him gave me chills, and he just don't know that boy really like made me love the game of football the way he played it at a young age. Like, so yeah, I been knew he was gonna be a D1 player since a kid. Like, he was way advanced as a youngin. So yeah, and like even in high school he was underrated. He was underrated, but like I said, he was doing it. He was that man for sure.
Finally getting to those moments where the high school career is about to wrap up and your parents really seeing, okay, the dream is a reality. We finna send him off to school. How did y'all decide on what schools to go to initially?
Well, I had my recruiting process was actually better than most. You know,
That's good.
I had a few good schools like SMU, Colorado State, Buffalo, University of Buffalo. I had FAU, I had USF. I had all those schools. But like, had my mom made up that I wanted to go play with my brother, so I feel like I could have got recruited more, but I recruited early.
Okay.
So yeah, FAU was really the school I want to go to because not too many get to play with their brother at the next level, you feel me? So I felt like that was a blessing, and I felt like wherever I go, I can make it to that league.
Yeah.
So I wasn't worried about where I go. It was just whether I get to play with my brother and this outweigh everything, playing with my brother.
If you had to do it over again, would you choose to go or no?
Yeah, I would choose.
You would?
Yeah.
What's the biggest thing you feel like you learned playing with him and also going to FAU specifically?
Just watching him, I learned like what not to do. I learned the game. Like, I learned the game off the field, and you know how to just not burn bridges too early because you might need them later on in life. You know,
Like with coaches, teammates, or what?
coaches, teammates. You never know. Like, your teammate can end up being a millionaire,
A president or some
you feel
stuff.
me?
Like,
So
bro.
like, you just gotta be able to build those bonds and not lose them because you never know if you're gonna need them later on in life. So yeah, I learned a lot, even with like having that coach Taggart as a coach. You know, always kept it real. You know, looked out for us on and off the field. DK looked out for us on and off the field. Treated us like family. So yeah, if I had a chance, I would do it again. You feel me? Because it taught me a lot. It taught me how to be patient. You know, not get prideful when things not going my way. Not to get prideful because you know when you that man, feel like you that man and things don't go your way right away, you tend to get prideful and miss your blessing. So I learned like a lot of times in those first 2 years of college at FAU, like, don't get prideful, just keep working, keep your head down, trusting in God, and your time go come, and it did.
So when your time came, what moment was that for you at FAU, or is that now?
My time came early, actually. Like I said, Coach Willie Tucker gave me a chance to display what I can do, and I overly did that. Ended up getting 21, balling out my freshman year, getting all conference. But like I said, that adversity didn't come right away, but it came my second year after my accident and missed a few games. But that time came again in the big game, Clemson. We was losing. Coach threw me in there like at the end of the third quarter. Ended up getting like 7 solos. You know, doing my thing a little bit, getting out there, getting my name notice. They ended up bringing me in the next day and saying I'm gonna start from now on. So yeah, just like I said, just gotta be ready for when your time come, no matter what.
Is that a part of that advice that you would give? I'm assuming that it's something that you would tell young kids. Another question that we had was like, what's some advice you would give to high school kids right now? Maybe their moment isn't coming, but they're working hard. Maybe, they aren't as gifted, but they're working, or they have aspirations of being great. Maybe everything that they're seeing is not greatness, but that's what they wanted. That's what they want to be, and that's what they feel like they are. What would you say to somebody like that?
My advice to the young kids out there is compete with yourself,
Okay.
Like, don't leave no doubt. Always work to where even if it don't work out, you gave it your all. And that's where a lot of us mess up. It can be somebody talented, and he still won't reach his full peak because, he gave out on himself. So don't never compete with somebody else. Always compete with yourself. It should be you versus you. Give it your all every play. Whatever you're doing, give it your all, because you don't want to have that feeling where, I wish I would have. I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have been putting in work while everybody else was partying, because that's a bad place to be in. So just give it your all in anything you're doing, so you don't have that feeling of regret.
I feel like a lot of coaches even say that now. Like, all our coaches be saying that all the time.
And always keep God first. Like, you don't have to be a Christian or whatever, but always have that relationship with God. You feel me? Because without Him, can't do nothing.
That's real talk. What made you decide to come to Colorado with your brother? Or what made both of y'all decide to come? I mean, he has his own reasons for coming, and obviously you want to play with him. You already had a chance to play with him twice. So it's like, you could have went your own way. You had your own options too.
Yeah.
What made it feel like, okay, here's where I'm going to go, and I'm going to finish out what I started?
One of the main reasons I wanted to come is I wanted to overly play under Coach Prime. Like, when he was at Jackson, I used to joke around with my daddy, like, man, if I ever get a shot, I'm going. Wherever he at, wherever he at.
Yeah.
Hey, wherever he at, I'm overly coming. We coming. That's how I was.
We coming for real.
And matter of fact, that was after my freshman year. I'm like, Dad, if he called for me, I'm going. I used to tell him to play the theme music. That we finna rock out with him. You feel me? So, and then it just so happened that we was overly blessed to get a chance to actually come and play under him along with my brother. So I was like, yeah, once I saw that opportunity, I was like, boom, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to work.
What was your first impressions when you got here? You from Florida, bro.
I ain't gonna lie,
it's a lot different.
I was happy to see snow. So we came around January. It was real cold. It was negative.
Yeah, sickening, bro.
It was in a negative. I remember I'm calling my mama, going outside, and I'm dancing in the snow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing
I did the same thing, bro. I was just playing in the snow. I lost my wallet, everything.
Man, I was just having fun, soaking it all in, before we had to get to work, because we had a few days off,
Mm-hmm.
Just because, Florida but don't get to see mountains, snow every day. So, it was just a blessing to get to experience this and actually get to put in work in a beautiful scenery like this.
Mm-hmm. Putting in work. Who's been some of the top competition you've gone against so far since you've been here? Who surprised you?
I say Shadur.
Okay.
Shadur been competition.
I didn't tell him to say this.
Shadur been competition.
I didn't tell him to say this. He's saying this on his own. Yeah.
I say he been competition with me because he been helping me like with the RPO game. I'm a fast downhill player,
mm-hmm.
and he been teaching me like you can't be fast every time. You gotta actually be patient sometimes, read it, and be able to be in that hole shot for that slant with the RPO. So that's why I say he's been giving me a challenge, because he's overly smart and he helping me.
Mm-hmm.
He helping me up my game, because that we competing every day, going back and forth. I'm trying to up his game, he trying to up my game. And I also say another person that's been helping me is Tyler Brown, with the line.
Shout out to Rock, man.
You feel me? Being physical, I'm a little light, but he helped me be physical with my hands and getting off blocks and stuff, working every day, coming at me, giving me that work I need. So when we get on the field game day,
oh yeah,
I'm ready for it.
Yeah. What's some of your goals for this season? They always ask that.
Some of my goals is, to be a part of a winning team this year, just be the best I can be on the field, cheer my teammates up, get out there and perform for my family.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing, just perform.
What does success look like for you? What do you have to achieve personally and collectively for you to feel like this year was a success?
Just making sure I give it my all anytime I step on the field. Make sure I give it my all, making sure I contribute any way I can to this winning season that we finna have.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm not contributing to that, then I didn't do my job.
Did you watch us last year? How'd you feel watching that, fam? And did that not have anything to? Did that not play in your head, like
that
deciding to come here?
That played in my head. That when after watching a couple of y'all games, I was like, yeah, I know I can play here. I know I can help this team. I know I can help this team win. But y'all also had some good games, so.
I like that. See, we also had some good games. You was looking at it from that perspective.
I know we got potential to be the best. So that's why I came here, so I can help contribute to being the best.
This is not a question that they asked, but I want to ask it. Because people say all the time in the meetings, bro, we on the road to the chip. Do you actually believe we can win a national championship?
If we don't beat ourselves, I overly think we can win the ship. But if we beat ourselves, we're going to struggle. We can't worry about what's going on outside because, we got a lot of eyes on us. A lot of people want to see us lose. But God got a big plan for us. And if we follow that plan, we going to go all the way.
Mm-hmm.
But if we get away from that plan, we going to have a hard time. So we just got to keep building that brotherhood that Coach Prime is instilling in us and focusing on the now. Feel me? If we keep focusing on the now, we're going to be great.
Do you think that actually matters, the brotherhood?
Yeah.
Because I'm just playing devil's advocate because this is all things that honestly no one ever says in real life. It's all just comments. But it makes for a good conversation because it's like I'm trying to show for them, the team is full of people that actually believe the stuff that we're recording, right? Mm-hmm. It's not just like they're not performing for the camera. Like they're actually saying this because they believe it. So I'm just asking them so they can articulate it so you can actually understand. This person believes in what he's saying. So you're saying the brotherhood plays a part into it. Why do you feel like that's actually a thing?
I done been a part of a FU team that had buku stars. We had buku good players, but everybody wasn't together. And when they get in those times where we need everybody to come together, you got somebody over there pouting, got somebody over here like, oh, I want the ball, I'm not getting enough play time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it almost got me. But like I said, you gotta keep that mindset like I can't get prideful, or you're gonna block your blessing. You feel me? And that's why I feel like a lot of people do. They get prideful, and then it just make the team go away. But if we stay together, cheering each other on, whether we on the field or they on the field, your time go come. Your time go come. Trust me, you're gonna get a chance, whether it's in practice or in the game. You're gonna get a chance to show that you can play. But if everybody not on the same page, cheering each other up and actually building a real brotherhood to where nothing can break us, then it don't matter how much talent we got, we're gonna have a hard time. And so that's what I'm saying. It don't matter. This game of football is not about talent. It's about building a brotherhood, a bond, and being disciplined.
I like how you said that because a lot of times they be saying, bro, these speeches ain't gonna win y'all games. But it's like the same things that are heard in the speeches is what you're saying matters, and you're a player on the team. But you prioritize that.
But sometimes that statement is right. Sometimes it need to be like a inside wording with the players. Like the players should be able to get the other players going. Like I should be able to come to him and be like, bro, I need you to pick it up. Like this ain't it. I need you. And he should be able to come to me. You feel me? And if we don't got that brotherhood, I see what you're saying. I can come to you and be
it's not gonna be heard like that.
Yeah, I can come to you and be like, bro, pick it up. And you're not gonna take it. You're not gonna take it right because we don't got that brotherhood. I can't talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying. Like we just gotta keep building that brotherhood. And I think that's what we're doing. We're doing a very good job of that. And I think Coach Prime is doing a very good job of instilling that in us every day.
What do you think we have that no other team in the country has?
Swag. Then we got swag from all across Florida, Georgia, Texas, Louisiana, wherever. We got that swag and we got that dog.
That's what in that question, do you think that's gonna translate in some type of way to help us win? And why? Why do you feel like that?
I think that's gonna transfer because it's a dog eat dog world. You feel me? And the person in front of us, we gonna eat them alive. You feel me? With swag.
Yeah, with swag. We
You
should
know.
add that to the what's it called? To the
Yeah,
to
you
the
feel me?
bracelet with character. We're gonna put
Yeah.
with swag on there.
We gonna eat that man in front of us alive, and we gonna do it with swag and discipline. Feel me? And I think our coaching staff is really a big part of why we gonna win because everything is did like a NFL
Mm-hmm.
program. You know, like they not going for none of that kiddie stuff. Like prom don't care what it is.
Nah, for real.
If you don't want to get with the program, you are. You feel me? And I think that's what we need. We building structure, we building a discipline each and every day out there on the field, going at it, competing.
So you talked about the coaches instilling that as well as the players having an open relationship, open communication where they can speak on that. What's been some of your things that you picked up from Coach Prime that's like, even before the season, I feel like I'm more prepared now hearing this or seeing this type of stuff. Is there any situations where you feel like him being your coach has made you more prepared for what you're about to go and, take on?
Yeah, it's like just being disciplined all around, like knowing how to practice, and walking around giving each position little gems that he know or that he done been around because he was a big guy in the film room. He studied a lot, so he really just walk around and give each position group like little gems that can help us on and off the field.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's helping me be ready because while I'm in practice, if I do this, he'll come up to me, give me this little gem that can help me better myself to where I'm not in that position again.
What's your first? Do you remember your first encounter with him?
Yeah. So
How did that go?
We was in tempo. Think I was guarding a tight end. He did like a little out route, and I had broke on it, but I tried to pick it, and I ended up trying to hit it out, but I ended up just tackling him, and then he stopped it. He was like, "Come on, you can finesse it with this hand behind, and then get up in there." So I just felt like that was a good moment to get that coaching from Prom, you feel me, on how to cover. You feel me? You can't beat that. So that was a good moment. And it just helped me because now I work on it each and every day.
They be saying he don't coach, right? Does he actually physically? They said that was one of the questions. They said, does Coach Prime actually X and O's? Like, does he actually coach?
Coach Prime, he evaluates and he lets the coaches that he hired coach. When he need to step in, he step in and coach each and every position. He walks around, evaluate what he see, and then he'll come to you if he need to. But he hired coaches that done been there, done that, through the NFL, done played the game, and he let them do their job. And if he need to step in, he'll step in and orchestrate things.
Mm-hmm. Do you think before coming here, like just seeing him on social media, did you feel like, well, you kind of already said it already, you felt like he would have been a good fit for you, but what specifically was it about Coach Prime that you was like, I feel like I can rock with this dude. Like, I want to play for him. Was it just what he did in the league, or was it something that you seen in his coaching style or whatever? And the answer could be up to you. It could be an honest answer. Like, I just watched him back in the day. He was hard. So
his swagger, he about business. You feel me? And I just want to be a part of that winning team for him. Like I see all the hate he get, each and every day, and I want to be a part of that. I want to be able to be like, yeah, we did it. You feel me? I want to be by his side saying, yeah, we did it, and I helped him do it. The team helped him do it. You feel me? Because he getting a lot of hate, even after all he did for the game. People still find a way to bash him. Even though he overly blessed, people still find a way to bash him.
For real.
And you feel me? And he, like, even with that, like, on and off the field, he a good man, and he try to stay in the word too.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
that's one of the main things that got me is when we first got here, when we was in the leadership meeting, he would give us a verse every day, and I was like, okay, he a man of God. He trying to stay close to the word,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something that I'm trying to do too. You feel me? Even though I'm not perfect, but I try to stay close by. So I felt like that was a big factor of why I wanted to play for him too.
They said, do you have any favorite verses? I'm glad you brought up how he was putting people on the verses weekly. Do you have any favorite verses you want to share with the people? Or even share with me? Might give me something to, dive into this week. Get my mind right. We could come back to that. Just think about it.
Okay.
What's one of the hardest things you faced on your journey getting to Boulder and then now being here?
I say the process. At first, I didn't have Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
When I got into the portal, I didn't have Colorado. I had a couple other schools, but I knew I wanted to play with my brother in Colorado, and I didn't have that, so I kind of got down at first, but I stuck with it, trusted God, and Coach Prom called around like 11 o'clock at night. He called my daddy, and was like, I need him. He a dog. I need him to come play for me. And you feel me? That was just one of the best moments.
He came and woke you up, or where was you at? What was you doing?
We was actually just watching.
Y'all was all there?
We was watching highlights. My dad got home late from work one night. We was having a family dinner, watching some of our highlights, and he ended up calling.
That's live, bro.
And you know how my daddy, he had to record it.
He recorded it? Yeah.
He recorded it, man. He a trip. But yeah, that was a good moment, man. I felt good about it just to hear that I can be able to play with my brother again at this level. It was a blessing.
What about being here? Has there been any hurdles or things that you've had to overcome or get more acclimated to, or just grow as a person to be ready for this season and to be ready for your schooling as well?
Just steady working day in and day out, keeping my mental right, maturing, growing up more, because everybody know I can play. It's just now it's time to mature.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's the main thing that I've been working on, is just steady maturing, getting ready for those big moments.
They said that they love when you dance at practice, bro. Where you get that vibe? Where you get that, bro? That's like two people I can count on to dance, but they actually hit though. You and Trav. It's different when you dancing and you're not really hitting that bit.
That dancing at practice, that get me going. You feel me? That get my juices flowing, and I go out there and make some plays, and that it
and you just start turning up.
It turned me up even more, and I started to realize when I turn up, it turned my teammates up. And when my teammates turned up, the whole defense turned up.
Nah, for real.
And we win the day. So I just try to come out every day with that dancing spirit, that joyful spirit, to get my teammates going so we can win the day.
How you prepare yourself for football? Because I feel like you have to be doing some type of reading or something to because there's a common theme to where you talking about a joyful spirit and things like that. So that's intentional that you're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you specifically prepare for just your day in life in general?
Every day I wake up, get me some gospel music in. When I wake up, I get me some gospel music in. Get me woke every day. I'll probably look over some of my plays to get ready for the day. And you just gotta think about the people that don't get to do this every day. It's hard. Fall camp, it's hard. We going every day. But you just gotta have that thought, like, it's somebody out there that's dying to be here that can't do it. And that just get me going alone by itself. Like, it's somebody that want to be in my position. It's somebody that want to take my position. You feel me? And I wake up every day like, let's get it. This what I chose to do. This what God blessed me with. He blessed me with the talent to be out on this grid. So I'm going to go get it every day. I'm going to give it my all.
I can tell you put a lot of emphasis into whatever you're doing before practice, because when I see y'all at practice or even in the morning meetings, I gotta ask JB too what he be doing, because bro just be turned.
If I don't have fun with it, I don't need to do it.
Nah, for real. Like, it's something y'all feeding yourselves something. Like, it's a cultivation thing. Like, it's not just you just come out there and do it. Like, even with Tay, like, we gonna obviously let him speak for himself, but the level of focus that I see on the daily basis, and it's just like, obviously, I'm an outsider. I'm not a coach. I'm not an analyst. Bro is really like, this is how he is. Like, bro is really locked in. Bro really takes this shit serious. That doesn't happen just from experience. Like that's like you doing that on purpose. That's like that Coach Prime stuff that he be on. Like when he come in the morning meeting just turn.
Yeah.
I know that he was up at 4 a.m. with that gospel, probably reading.
What?
So now he's turned. Now he's in his
Ready
vibe.
for the day.
Now he's in his vibe. Now you see him speaking with a passion and going
Yeah.
off and different stuff. But I know where it's coming from though, because he's trying to conquer today.
Yeah.
Why is that so important to you, winning the day, just in life?
Because I feel like if I win a day, then I'll be able to go to sleep and get ready for the next day. If I focus on the next day, I'm not going to win this day because I'm focused on the next thing. I got to handle what's in front of me right now. So when I handle what's in front of me right now, I can handle the next day. If I don't conquer this, I can't go on to the next level. So I got to focus on what's in front of me, which is the day, which is practice, which is film. Once I conquer that, then I can focus on the next day, start getting ready for the next day because I done already conquered this day that's in front of me.
How you learn to do that though? You know, they always tell you have a short memory. I play
Messing up.
basketball. They always tell you short memory, short memory, short memory. But how do you actually do that when the majority of life, your worth is directly tied to your past? Or then how do you say, I did that yesterday, but that's not me? Or I had a bad play, but that's not me. Like, how do you not tie that to your identity as a player?
I ain't gonna lie, I think everybody done been in a position where we done let the past get to us or follow over into the next day. But like I said, that can't stick because if you let the past stick to you, it's gonna mess up the next day. And so I had to fail. I had to go through that scenario where I let the past mess up my next day or this bad play mess up the next play. And you know, once I failed and I learned, okay, I can't do that. I gotta have a strong mind. I gotta be overly focused on the next play because if I focus on this play, I'm gonna end up messing up on the next play, and it can be a bigger play. So once
no cap. That's a life lesson right there.
Right. Once I actually messed up, I messed up a couple of times, and I learned, okay, next time I mess up, let's go get back. Next play mentality, and that's in life. Even in life, my dad'd be like, okay, you messed up, but this not gonna define you. You got in trouble in school, this not gonna define you though. You feel me? God got a bigger purpose for you. So once I just kept messing up and I kept growing up, I learned, okay, I'm gonna mess up. It's not the end of the world though. You got another day, but now you need to focus on the next play. So when that next day do come, you can get better and better. And I just got better and better at it. It's something that you just gotta work on. It's not gonna come overnight, but like I said, everybody done been through that phase where it's like, man, I know I'm better than that. You know, it's not like me, but you just gotta find a way, depend on God, to keep pushing and have that next play mentality.
That's definitely a life lesson. And you mentioned your father multiple times throughout the whole podcast. I'm assuming y'all's relationship is good, but what does he mean to you? I feel like he's been very influential in just your mindset as a man, beyond any coaching and things like that. Things that he's told you talking about right now. He probably thought you wasn't even listening for a lot of the stuff that he told you. But what does your pops mean to you, and how has he been influential in just your path and getting you to where you are right now?
Big John been an overly blessing to me, man, since a kid, you know, showing us work ethic and, you know, not giving us everything we wanted. You know, he probably had it, but he didn't give it to us because he wanted us to learn the principle of everything. And, you know, just helping us become a man. And like I said, I feel like those little things that we didn't realize as kids that he was trying to instill in us helped us become the man that we are today, and the young man's and successful young man's that we are today. And, you know, him just working and like giving up his dream of playing football to come take care of us, you feel me? I feel like this the least we can do, you feel me? Give it our all every day we out there on the field, on and off the field, in the classroom. You know, I felt like this the least we can do because he took a risk on us to come take care of us, be a provider for us at a young age when he could have went and played ball, could have went and been in the same position we is, but he made a decision to work countless hours every night to provide for me and my brothers and my mother, and, you know, come to our games and seeing y'all on the field is what I want. That's what I want. That's bigger than anything I could have did on the field. It's coming to y'all games, saying y'all perform. saying y'all overly do well on the field, you know, and that stuck with me since kids. He ain't never be like, oh, I wish I would have did this, or I was like this. It was always, I love to see y'all on the field. That's my blessing. Seeing my boys go to the next level and play, that's my blessing.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So I feel like he's just been very impactful in our life. And even his oldest brother, Bit Will, like, he showed us a multitude of things, right and wrong, what not do, helping us grow into a man. You know, so I'm just thankful for them, him and his brothers being there for us and, you know, grooming us to the young man we are today.
What is it gonna mean for you to have them see you play again this year? Is it something different? Is it a different feeling? Is it special? Is it the same? How you feeling about it?
Yeah, it's real. It's gonna be real special. You feel me? To do it at a higher level, even higher level, to be able to showcase my talent and be able to bring my dad to new places, you know, that he haven't seen, and be able to ball in front of him. You know, that's just countless blessings. You feel me? Not too many get to do that, and I'm just thankful that God blessed me to be able to go ahead and perform in front of my dad and live that dream, and let him live that dream through us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the main thing. I'm happy I get to, you know, be out there on the field and let him live that dream through us.
What's the first gift y'all giving Pops? Whoever make it first. Whoever make it first got it. So you never know, but whoever get the contract to where it's looking right.
The funny thing
what's
is,
y'all getting Pops?
my dad, the type.
He don't want none.
He don't want nothing but love.
You can't force him to take a gift.
Like he
like, what am I gonna do with this?
Just give me a call.
That's how my dad is.
Call it a day. That'll be the biggest gift you can give him.
For real.
Is a call. But you know, we try to give him stuff like my brother had ended up getting him the prom shoes.
Yeah.
After the spring game, so we just try to find little things that he like and get him, because he not really a big gift guy. He just won't love.
What's the best gift that y'all given that he was actually rocking with? Did you like? Nah, that's hard,
jerseys.
Pops. The jerseys?
So after every big game, we got the jersey that we had the big game in, and we would give it to him with our autograph. And I gave my jersey to him with like a handwritten card from me, you know, a regular sheet of paper, and I just poured my heart out, just thanking him, like, you feel me, for being that man in my life, you feel me, cause you know he could have easily been like, nah, I'm just gonna work, I'm not gonna put all those countless hours into them, you know, I'm too tired. But even when he tired, he put countless hours out there working with us, out there getting us better, making sure we doing good in school, making sure we stay on track, making sure we not out there just doing things, you feel me? So, even though he don't want no, we still find a way to give
They're
him,
just showing,
yeah,
you
just
feel
show
me?
him love, some type of love, you feel me? Whether it's a piece of paper and we just writing how thankful we is for him.
That's just a good son award right there, bro. You gotta get that. I gotta give you some. That's love right there.
Yeah, nigga.
I need to step it up, bro. I be not responding to texts and stuff like that. But it really goes to show you that it's not even what you do, it's just how you do it. It's where it's coming from. What's the point of it? He's giving Pops just a physical representation of, bro, I want to show you that your hard work is seen, and now other people are noticing it too. Obviously, it's affected me, but I'm out here making plays and inspiring my team, and then the world is watching me too. And that's a product of you. All them long days and all this other stuff, bro, it wasn't for nothing. And I feel like now you understand that and see that more than anything, because you're at his age at that time, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's full circle. It's like, dang,
Right.
I'm really living his life. But he's telling you from his heart, I wouldn't want it any other way.
For
So
sure.
he never made y'all feel some type of way.
Right.
And now y'all just can play free and feel like, you know what? It's just an added motivation. I'm going to do it for you.
Right.
You talked about that. What is your why, if you had to say what your why is? I'm assuming family is a part of it, but what would you say is your why?
My why is obviously my family. My granny, you know, she ended up passing before I can get to college, And I remember like it was yesterday. She used to work day in and day out. She wasn't able to make it to most of our games, but when she could, she was there. You know, she was there right on the gate, and it was my senior year, and she had done made it to a game, and we was chopping it up by the gate. She was like, I'm be at your first college game. I'm be at your first college game, and you know, I was ready. I'm ready, and you know, she ended up fighting cancer and passing, and she didn't get to come to one of my games. And so that's really one of my main reasons why, like, even when it get hard or like I'm not in the position that I want to be, it's just that extra push, like, okay, get up, you gotta go to work. You know, even when I'm like, even when I'm not in the position I want to be in, I still get up and push every day because her, like, that why, you know, she would want me to keep going each and every day. I got a little nephew, premature, strong, fighting every day, still on the tool, every day he fighting. You feel me? So it's just bigger than me. This game bigger than me, you know. Like, it's been a couple of times I wanted to give up, but I just think about them. Like, what would they do? Like, they not giving up. Feel me? Lynette not giving up. He on the tool. He not giving up. He still fighting. You feel me? He's still making the best of it. So it's just like little things like that. It might be little, but you feel me? It play a big role in my life when things get hard, when times get hard, when my mental get hard. Feel me? I trust God and just lean on those things.
No, that's heavy. That's actually heavy. You usually ask people their why, and it's hard for them to open up. But you actually told us that's really what you do for us. A lot of stuff that people would never see. All they see is the plays.
Yeah.
All they see is the clips, the YouTube clips. They see the smiles, but they don't see what's behind the smile. And a lot of times when you tell people what's behind the smile, they don't hear you for real.
For sure.
And that's the type of things that I'm glad you feel open with sharing with me, because it's a million reasons why people do what they do, bro. Just because they great at what they do doesn't negate why they do it. You feel me? Because for them, that's bigger than what they do. You making plays, but you happy because of why you doing it.
Right.
You're not happy just to do it. It's not just because of you. It's not just because of me. It's not just because my last name, my namesake, my number. I want people to know, nah, I got to do this for a deeper purpose. Wow. I got to do this because I got to do this shit. How can the people be overly blessed, bro? What would you tell the people? How can they be overly blessed?
Be positive. You be overly positive, overly blessed every day you wake up, you know. Don't wake up grumpy. Don't wake up mad. You might not be in a place that you want to be in, but if you wake up overly blessed, you're going to get through the day, you know. Every day, stay positive. You don't know when your blessing coming. If you're not overly blessed, if you're not overly positive, you're going to miss your blessing. And I promise you don't want to miss your blessing, because you might be in a storm right now, but when you come out that storm, the blessing going to be too big.
Nah, for real.
And you can't fumble it. Don't fumble the blessing. Just don't fumble the blessing.
I would be the worst podcast host of all time if I didn't ask you about fall camp, and this will be the last question. How has fall camp been? What have you been learning? What are you most looking forward to? Things like that.
It's been real good. It's been competitive. You know, it's been hard.
It's been a grind.
Yeah, it's been a grind. You know, Coach Prom, get after it.
How has it been differently since from your other fall camp experiences?
It's just coming up on us so fast. We play week 0. You know, it's getting closer. You got less time to mess up, so you got to be really precise. You got to be on your game. You got to study more. You know, watch film more. All that playing a part, because, like I said, our program is running like an NFL program. So what you might get away with at other programs, it's like this. You gotta learn it. You have a few mess ups until they be like, okay, either you're gonna get it right or you're gonna be with me on the sideline. So it's like, okay, you gotta lock in even more. Like when you get home, it might be 7:00. You gotta get home, get at least like an hour in of film, studying the playbook, you know, because if you don't, it's gonna show. The football God's gonna expose you.
You heard it here first. Bros, a lot of people, not even a lot of people, the whole team It's locked in during fall camp, so I'll try to bring y'all as many of these episodes as we can. But they really focus on their future. Like it's videos at the end of the day, but it's really not videos at the end of the day because it's people's real lives and futures on the line. So I'm glad and I'm blessed. I'm overly blessed that you decided to join me.
No doubt.
Like I always want to tell y'all, bro, it's really a blessing and a privilege to really get to hear what these dudes think, because I know if I was on the other side, the only way I could get to know all these things is first off meet you, then actually have to vibe with you, then get comfortable enough. And it's like we've already broken those barriers and we're just trying to present it to you. So hopefully y'all see the value in the things that these young men be doing on and off the field, because you never know what's the reason why they do what they do. And Jalen just came on here and told you what's the reason why he's overly blessed. So with that being said, we out. We'll catch y'all tomorrow in the video. Let's see what Jalen do. He gonna be making some plays and turn up.
It's your boy Jalen Wester, Ben 21 on IG. Thank all y'all for coming out and watching. Y'all stay overly blessed, because we gonna stay overly blessed. Peace.
Peace. Subscribe to my own